Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. I'm going to share with you perspective from several different XRP chart analysts in this latest Moon Lambo hot jam, including one who highlights a specific metric, and just looking how it behaved in the past, where it is now, would indicate that this particular metric is marking an actual bottom, and that's crucial for a very good reason that you're going to like to hear about. Also, another analyst says, look, it's time for, quote, as it pertains to XRP, a countdown to breakout. Like, we're there. Like, we are so close. Now, I am not going to make I'm never going to make a price prediction. Certainly not going to waste my time, especially since I'm not a chart guy, on predictions as far as when so-and-so is going to break. But since we are very clearly in a bull market, obviously Bitcoin's been heating up, leading the way, and altcoins always follow. I do buy into the idea that we are close. We are close to the breakout. We cannot and will not range here forever. And given that we are unquestionably, in my mind anyway, in a bull market, when we do see a big move, I don't think it's going to be the downside. I think it's going to be to the upside. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice. And you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. All right, so I came across this post in my feed from a Bitcoin maximalist, Anthony Pompliano. And, he seems like a likable guy. He's a smart guy. I cannot, and I'll never be able to relate to the Bitcoin maximalism. It doesn't make sense to be a maximalist of any coin, and we only need one imperfect, technologically insufficient coin, Bitcoin, and nothing else. We don't need to advance on, like, the whole concept is stupid as hell. So I just think he's wrong about that, but I still think he's overall a smart guy. And what he has here in his book that he wrote called How to Live an Extraordinary Life, which I've not read, but he has one sentence on your screen right there, which I'm going to read to you. And I was like, yes, exactly, because this is my approach. It's the laziest, least sexy approach to investing, but it just freaking works, and it is what I do. I do it with everything that I've invested in terms of legacy finance with the stock market specifically, but also with crypto. I just buy stuff and then don't do anything. And so here's what he wrote in his book. The best investors in the world are really good at doing nothing for long periods of time. So I saw that and I was like, yes, that resonates. I have been saying that the whole time I've been running this YouTube channel. And I believed that before I jumped into crypto. People always want to tinker with their positions, get in and out in time markets, and then people panic sell and FOMO into stuff. Those are stupid things to do. It just makes sense to dollar cost average into positions and then hold. And so, as a result of that being the case, I have no course to sell you. Sadly, I have nothing to sell you. Sucks for me. But what would my course be? Buy and then don't do anything. Now you owe me $100. Okay, well, that's not really going to fly, is it? But it's true. And so I've been doing this for a relatively long time at this point. I mean, in crypto specifically, I've been in crypto almost 7 years now, and the asset class has only existed for about 15 years. So I've been here about half the time, and it just works. It really does. The stuff that I was buying, especially back in 2017, I don't think any of it's down. I mean, I guess I could have to fact check myself. I'd have to go back and look, but by and large, almost everything's worth like a crazy amount more. I'm thinking about specifically Bitcoin, ETH, Chainlink, Cardano, even XRP, as disappointed as we are because of what the SEC did, even that's up compared to what my dollar cost average was. So it's true. And we are at this point where we're finally going to get to reap the benefits. So take a look at this post. This is from chart analyst Mustache. He says, #Bitcoin. The moment when you realize that it was all just a game of patience. Oh, where have you heard that before? He says, I've been sharing this chart, and it's a Bitcoin USD chart. He says, I've been sharing this chart since the bottom of Bitcoin in 2022. So far, it's going the same way as in previous cycles. The next and best phase of this cycle is starting. Don't mess it up. That I buy into, the general concept, because history rhymes with itself. And in order to not mess it up, one of the most important things to do is nothing, as I keep saying. Here's a post from chart analyst Crypto Insight UK. This is an XRP BTC chart, so XRP priced against Bitcoin. And he wrote, last time we saw XRP BTC stay in this area of the oversold RSI, Relative Strength Index, on the daily, It was the literal bottom. Just saying. Okay, to me that matters because even though it's not an absolute guarantee, it is true, history tends to rhyme with itself, not perfectly repeat. But what happened last time? So we'll just keep watching here. But, if you're talking about XRP literally price against Bitcoin, because again, to be clear, he's talking about RSI. But if you're talking about XRP price against Bitcoin, the bottom for this market cycle was June 7th. Unless we actually hit a new low, and I'm not saying that can't happen, but even if that happens, the market always finds a bottom, so it won't matter anyway. It doesn't mean anything's broken. But just considering how it's behaved in the past, if I had to guess for funsies, I'd say probably that really was the bottom on June 7th for XRP against Bitcoin. So we'll see here, but I could not possibly be more optimistic about how XRP will perform this market cycle. I don't know how I could possibly be. I've never felt this confident in XRP as a holder. Here's a post from chart analyst Egg Crypto, XRP USD chart here. He says, XRP countdown to breakout. In just 2 days, the breakout price target is dropping down to 59.3 cents. This could be our moment, but patience is key. And so, to be clear, the reason that he's talking about this is, as you can see if you're looking at the screen anyway, he's drawn a symmetrical triangle here. We're getting closer and closer to the apex, where my mouse is moving right here. And so, as a result of being inside of the symmetrical triangle, what you're seeing, and you've been living through it, however long you've been in crypto, you've been living through it, you're seeing that XRP is trading increasingly in a smaller and smaller range. But it won't do that forever. As you get closer to the apex, at some point, you break out. Usually before the apex is hit, you see a breakout, so it's going to be to the downside or the upside. But to break out from the upside, it's no longer at a point where it's like 65, 70, 75 cents, 80 cents, whatever. No. Because as you get closer to the apex, the upper target is lowered and the bottom target is increased. That's why he's saying here, the target's actually dropping down to 59.3 cents. It can't, I'm telling you, XRP cannot and will not stay here forever. And when it breaks, it's going to do so with force. If we're going to have a proper alt season, it would blow my mind if XRP didn't hit a new all-time high. That would be shocking to me. And I don't make price predictions. I admit I don't know what will happen with XRP price, but I would find that genuinely shocking, especially with how long XRP has been consolidating. And the legal clarity, and I mean, God, on top of that, obviously, it has actual utility, so fundamentals, Here's a post from chart analyst Javon Marks, XRP USD chart. He said, XRP and a massive bullish breakout by the numbers is not necessarily a matter of if, but when, and that time looks to be coming extremely soon. And so I'm sharing this in this video to highlight and this is a pattern. I keep seeing this from every XRP chart analyst under the sun. This extreme confidence, drawing upon history, and just be like, we are at the end of this. We're at the end of the symmetrical triangle. That's the type of stuff I keep seeing here. And so I'm pretty much in the camp of, it's really not a matter of if but when. Now, I don't say that literally with 100% conviction, but pretty close, to be honest with you. I'm just telling you, the only analysts, with rare exception, that I find that don't agree with this, the only ones I find that don't agree with this is the ones that have a multi-year history of hating XRP irrationally. And I can't take them seriously. But all the unbiased analysts out there, and by the way, a lot of the ones that I follow, I don't even know if they consider themselves part of the XRP community. I'm sure many of them do. But some of them are just, they're traders, they're chart guys, and they're just sharing what they think about it. And I keep seeing the same or similar thing from analyst after analyst after analyst. That stands out to me. Here's a post from Steph is Crypto, another XRP chart. He says, XRP is primed for its biggest explosion yet. Liquidity surges ahead. 2017, 2021, and now 2024 and 2025. Don't miss the next massive wave. And that's something I've been highlighting quite a bit. Because what causes this? What causes markets to go in these 4-year cycles? It's liquidity. It's literal liquidity cycles. It's not the Bitcoin halving. Yes, it lines up roughly in 4 years, which is why some people have been tricked into believing that's the case. That's not it. That doesn't make any sense for tons of reasons I've articulated in so many videos. I don't care to talk about it again in this video. I'm just mentioning it. But yes, there have been all sorts of facts I've been highlighting from all sorts of people who have been in finance literally for decades as careers. Like Raoul Paul just came to mind. He's been one of the guys that's been highlighting multiple reasons that we should be expecting a major global liquidity increase this year into next year. And if that indeed happens, I mean, people got to put money somewhere. Stocks and crypto, my friends. That's the reason we see this. So when he writes here, global liquidity increase, and he's referencing this current market cycle as well as the last two, I'm sitting there thinking, yep, that's right. I absolutely buy into that, 100%. And then we also had this is from Chart Analyst Egg Crypto, Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance has officially, with confirmed data, broken through the descending trend line and is now targeting a dominance level of 60%. Closing above this 60% threshold could propel Bitcoin dominance towards 70%, which means alts will bleed against Bitcoin. This is all part of the cycle. But stay tuned, because after that, I'm sure alts will have their moment to shine. Time will tell. Okay, I completely agree with that, and that's because that's what history shows us we should expect. He's absolutely nailing it. So I don't know exactly where Bitcoin dominance percentage-wise is going to peak, but it's going to at some point. It's going to lead us out of the doldrums we've been in for over half a year. You're going to see whatever the peak is for Bitcoin dominance. Then it's going to start declining as people take profits and they put it into XRP and everything else under the sun. Mark my words, as long as we're going to have an actual breakout here, we don't have some sort of crazy black swan event that ruins this all. Yes, I think it's a virtual certainty that is what will happen here. It's just, honestly, it truly is just an incredibly exciting time to be in crypto, and especially as an XRP holder. It really is. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.